friends, welcome back to Creature Crossing. Thank you so much for coming by to check out the latest video. I owe you guys a shopping district reveal, so that is what we are here for today. You have seen the train station that I am standing in the middle of already, but now I get to show you a really cute shopping district that has come together with a relative amount of ease. So far so good with this island revamp. So let's take a little walk in this foggy winter morning on Valencia Island and take a look at our new shopping district. Obviously, come out of the airport, we're gonna come through the train station here that we have seen. It looks so cute in the fog. I love it so much. And let's walk right up to the resident services building, which is what it is, right? So as far as this building goes, the only thing of note here is that I did change the island flag. I changed it to a little holly bough because I do have some holly bushes on the island and it is a winter island. I had the Japanese wave painting up, which was gorgeous, but really not fitting for the theme. Oh, and before I forget, let me point out this new path code. Are you guys seeing this incredible brick code that I found? I was using this gray square, this gray tile that came with this road code. I love it because it has kind of a 3D pop effect where the tile itself looks a bit rounded and kind of raised. And obviously it was designed to match this road and any side pieces or curbs that go to this road, but it didn't feel right as a complete like platform or courtyard type of path tile because it is just one full tile. It was looking a little funny to me, so I swapped it out for this great code right here. And in case you guys are wondering, I am going to give you guys all of the custom design codes that I used for this island in the official island tour video, which should be a thing, which should be coming sooner than later because we do have a deadline for this island. So don't worry if you are loving some of these codes that you're seeing. They are really great codes. I will be sharing those with you in a future video, but for now, just take it in. Look how good it looks. I love the variation of the sizes of the brick or stone, and I also love that it has a proper edge. It integrates really well into other areas of the island as well. So anyways, back to resident services, and let's just go to the left first. So this is what I came up with. You guys kind of saw this layout take shape in the beginning. I built these little cliffs and I built these little stone inclines to them. And I wanted to mimic Animal Crossing New Leaf's little town strip that it has at the back of your town. I was gonna say island, at the back of your town, where all of the shops and just various establishments were really all connected and squished together in like one long horizontal strip. And some of those things, like Shampoodle, was up an incline. You had to go up a flight of stairs to get to it. So this is inspired by New Leaf. So once again, that brilliant path code, and then we just go up an incline. So simple, just cliff for just the store. Here's Able Sisters. I didn't want to do a whole lot of decorative things here because again, New Leaf is the inspiration for the shopping district and it was very basic. There was no real decoration. There was just pathing and there was just some benches and that was pretty much it. So I kept it simple. You can kind of see that I have put some things behind resident services. I've got some trees back here, and then I built a little ledge that I could put some evergreen ashes on and a couple of street lights. So I've kind of fluffed out the background of the shopping district as well. This here at the front with the evergreen ash plant and the steel fences, I wanted this to be cedar trees so bad, but you guys know the struggle about planting trees too close to a cliff or an incline or a house. So I really wasn't able to put trees here the way that I wanted, so I went ahead and put these evergreen ash plants in here, and then I threw the steel fences out here so it would coordinate with what was going on in the train station. So we've seen a lot of the black steel fence, and I thought it would make the whole space feel a bit more connected if I continued to use that fence throughout the layout. So that's what we've got here. This actually looks really cute. I kind of like want to take a screenshot of it in the fog, but yeah, so here's Able Sisters with this little incline right off of resident services, and then here, my friends, we have our first player house. I told you guys I was going to do this, and if you're familiar with the Creature Crossing of the past, which I feel like I need to have a little explanation video for my new friends that have joined this new version of Creature Crossing. I did have a previous YouTube channel called Creature Crossing. I took a break and I came back, so this is kind of the new Creature Crossing, but I was making content for about 3 years, so I have a very distinct style of how I build my islands, and I have a very distinct way of playing this game. And one of the ways that I do that is that I have additional player accounts on my island. So let me show you guys these players real quick. So basically this is just another account on your Switch. I think I set these guys up as like a kid's account so that it was easier to control like all the elements of their actual accounts existing. And then I just had them move onto the island. So we have Potter based off of Harry Potter. of which I am a huge fan, and we have Zelda here from the Legend of Zelda video games, which I am also a huge fan of. So we have Potter and Zelda back on the island. These are familiar faces again for some people who've been around before, but I love having them here because I can use their houses to be restaurants, cafes, stores, arcades, whatever makes sense for the theme that I'm working on at the time. So I believe this is Potter's house right here, and it's literally, I haven't done anything with it, and I have to make some crucial decisions about these houses. Now, I do plan to decorate them inside. Yeah, this is just like there's a wall and a floor and the camp cot and the lantern. So this is where Potter lives. He's got these 4 rooms, right? So he's got the main room and the 3 rooms on the bottom level. Here's the hardship about this. You have to build these guys up, these players up from ground zero. So they showed up, they had to put a tent down, and then you had to expand the house and continue to pay Tom Nook some more money to get a bigger house, yada, yada, yada. The struggle is that I wanted nothing more than this one room. So there's like 3 steps to this process. You get your tent, you upgrade to a house, and then you expand it once. So it gives you this big great room in the front. And that's honestly all that I wanted for these houses. When I had them before, the houses were fully developed. I could do anything with them. And it was cute because I could put like a player apartment on the top level and then have this bottom level be whatever the business was. So that does work. But for this island, I was thinking, oh, it'd be so nice to keep it a little more simple so that when I need to redesign these houses to be some different kind of business or shop, I only had one room to worry about. Well, the problem with that is that you cannot customize the exterior of the house until you upgrade and you add rooms. So the only thing that I can do to customize this house right now, as it is without the top floor and without the basement, is this very basic exterior customization, and I can change my door. That's it. All of this being said, I have to decide whether I'm going to continue to expand these players' houses to get that top level and that basement, because that is the only way I will unlock complete customization for the exterior, and it's the only way I'm going to unlock the ultimate storage capacity for them as well, which I also love having these players for their additional storage on the island. So I have some decisions to make. I don't love this exterior. It's kind of best case scenario for what's going on, but I know that I could customize these houses to look a little bit better in this layout if I bite the bullet and I continue to expand them. But I wanted to keep them small. For this island, I just wanted things to be a little bit easier. But anyways, this is Potter's house. I have no idea what it's going to be, and I still have so much work to do and so many more decisions to make before this island is complete. But it is placed, it is here, it is ready to go, and you guys will see that this is basically the end of the shopping district here on the left side. It's just a very small symmetrical layout. And then guys, to kind of block off the tunnels of the train station, I built a new parking lot here on the bottom, which kind of kicks off. I mean, it doesn't kind of, it completely kicks off the road. From here, from the train station, we now have a new road and new sidewalks. Look at this custom design code. It looks so good as a sidewalk as well. I kept the same street code. I kept that winter vibe. I busted out more of the black crosswalk signals and the black street lamps. We're gonna carry that theme through the entire island. But basically, here is where we start our roads, and we will carry them throughout the island to access different areas. So that is what's going on this side. Let's run over to the right side, and to no one's surprise whatsoever, there is a matching parking lot over here. It's just what I do. I must have balance. So train station, tunnels to the train station, a really nice, clean, simple break here with some trees and some hedges. And then we have this parking lot starting the road on this side. But what's fun about this side over here, by the way, this is Zelda's house. I'm getting ahead of myself because I am not a professional. Princess Zelda lives in this house right here. She's at the exact same stage of development as Potter. They are matched, they are equal in every way at the moment. And again, I have to decide if I'm going to fully expand the houses so that I can have full customization abilities. But this is her over here, and traditionally Zelda has a coffee shop on my island. So my instincts are to put a coffee shop in here, but we'll see what happens. Let's take a gander up this incline. It's exactly the same, of course. It's exactly the same as the one for Able Sisters. No surprises here. And just coming up to a very isolated cliff where we just have Nook's Cranny. So it's, again, just a really simple, really tight, cozy little layout for the shopping district. Nothing crazy, nothing super elaborate. That's kind of the point. And I do have a catchphrase that I used to say: the key to realcore is simplicity. So it's really important not to overdo a realcore theme, not to bring too many decorative elements into it, not to make it too complicated, because you'll lose the reality of it if you go too far. So anyways, now we can come over here. Our parking lot is below us, and actually across this crosswalk here, we have the museum. Here she is, bold as brass. Again, very simple, just right off of a sidewalk essentially, with some street lamps in front of it. Will it get more elaborate? Possibly. We might put some plant partitions in front here. We might try to do something a little bit more elaborate, just keeping it kind of upscale. I also may leave it just as it is because, as you guys know, you really can't push things too close up to the front of the museum now, can you? So we'll take it one day at a time. But as far as placement goes, here's the museum. And again, this is reminiscent of that New Leaf little town strip, because you would have all of the shops, and then there would be a separate little path, which is now a crosswalk, that would walk you over to where the museum was. It kind of stood apart. And so I kept with that theme. It just helped me have a focus, and it helped me have a direction for this museum. Over here, another parking lot here at the bottom, which kind of ends the road on this side. But also, if you were to turn the other direction, again, we have road going up into the neighborhood, which I am not ready to show you guys yet, so sleep in suspense on that one. With this layout, we did bump up against a couple of problems. I did mention before, there were a lot of random spaces that I had no idea what to do with. Well, welcome to random space number one. I could have built the cliff out that the shop is on. I could have done some kind of courtyard or seating area. Yes, there's options, but I really did want to keep things simple and compact, so I decided to go ahead and just let this be its own space. What's most likely gonna happen is I'm probably gonna keep the hedges up just to keep it separate, and I'll probably just fill it with a bunch of trees. And we'll probably do decayed trees, cedar trees, hardwood trees, just do a variation of trees. Potentially some flowers or shrubs, just make it like a little natural little cluster of things. And then I have the exact same thing on the other side, of course. It is sized a little bit different because Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters are a different width in terms of the building themselves. So now I have this little narrow rectangle space that I also need to fill in with some random decor. So that is really fun. And then friends, I will give you a little bit of a sneak peek into my new struggle, which is all of this over here. So let's take a gander at the map really quickly. I will point out that I have shifted so much about this map, and the fact that I double path is so regrettable because I had to kick up so much path, in-game path, so that I could relay and reform all of these roads and sidewalks and stuff. So this layout has changed significantly, but here's what's happening. So you can see my icon and you can see the museum. My original thought was to put the campsite over here, and I have plenty of space for that if I wanted to section it off and I wanted to put a bunch of trees around and kind of bury the tent and do what I typically do with my campsite. That would have been fine. Here's the thing though. When I was working on this new neighborhood layout and I got to the top or the back of the map here, my house ended up going between what was the museum and what is still at the moment the campsite. And when I was back there working on stuff, I thought this is actually a really cute campsite. Let me run you guys back there because I just really like this campsite. Also, as you guys know, I'm on a deadline. I don't have a lot of time to figure this out, so I kind of want to just keep this back here. I think this is really cute. I need to get another campsite sign to go right here, but I mean, what is wrong with this? Nothing. This is really cute. It's completely functional. It's 1000% a campsite. Nothing about this is off or wrong or incorrect. So I kind of want to keep this back here where it is. My struggle is whether I want to push this sidewalk and this fence down a tile or two to give myself a little bit more space. Now, adding more space to this like horizontal strip here might be the worst decision, and I might not be able to come back from it because I will have to fill that space with something, right? And at the moment, this campsite is complete. It's completely finished. There's just that part of me that knows that I can afford now, because of the new layout, I can afford to push the sidewalk down a bit and give myself a little bit more space in the campsite. I might do some kind of compromise where maybe I leave it as is up until I get to the main campsite tent. And maybe at this point I push it down, open it out a little bit into kind of a square at the end, and maybe I can put some cute stuff and a little bit more space on the end, because if you guys see at the moment I have all the houses and everything exactly where I want them for the new layout. Look at all of this empty space I have now. I could easily pull the far right side of the campsite down, open that up, and put some cute stuff in front of the tent. So that's something to think about. The other thing that I'm working on is a very elaborate pool and hot tub area. It is typical in a fancy suburban neighborhood to have a community pool for the residents. So where the museum was, this big square in the top left corner, I'm not going to take you up there, I've spoiled enough. I'm actually going to do a really elaborate pool build, and I'm going to incorporate some hot tubs as well, because it is a winter island, so I do want to make sure it still feels cozy and warm. You're going to have to assume the pool is heated, but I'm going to do something really cute up there. It's this huge open courtyard space right now, and it's just screaming for a pool build. So that's what I'm going to do in the top left corner. I think the campsite is going to stay. Again, the only change I may make is to pull that outside corner down on the right side and expand where the actual campsite tent is. And then the big mystery is what to do with this big empty space on the outside of the museum. But I have an idea. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. I'm going to keep it a secret. I have an idea. So stay tuned for updates on that. It should be pretty cute. Should be fun if I could pull it off. That is the latest update for this island. At the time of the recording of this video, I have less than 1 month. I have just shy of 4 weeks to finish this island on time to kick off a new theme for the spring island. And now I have 2 villager houses to build from scratch. I need to figure out what those buildings are going to be, and I need to make them and design them. I need to build a very elaborate pool structure. I need to fill in that bottom right corner with something really cute that's going to be top secret until the reveal. And I have to decide if I'm touching these beaches at all, and if I am, exactly what I'm going to do with them. And I need to finish my house interior, which is almost done, to be honest. I'm pretty close to finishing it. And then all the final touches that will just put the cherry on top of this island. So I have so much to do. Not enough time to do it. So stay tuned, more chaos to come. Cross your fingers, guys, that I can get this island done on time. March 20th is when I need to launch the new spring island. This island needs to be done and the island tour video recorded before March 20th. I appreciate all the positive feedback I've been getting in the comments on my shorts and my videos. Thank you guys so much for reaching out, letting me know your thoughts, and sharing your ideas. You guys are great. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next video.